So this right here is a Douglas fir tree. We're collecting the needles right here to make an essential oil. So here are the buds on the end of the Douglas fir. And here are the needles. They're not sharp like a pine, but they're pointed. So the one distinctive thing about, well, the cones usually grow in pairs. These ones are growing in threes. Is the three-pronged little sections on the cone. Only Douglas fir has that. This is a younger Douglas fir tree trunk, and it has these little bumps everywhere. These are resin blisters. So if you pop one, just like popping a blister that you'd get on your foot after running or something, you get all this stuff inside, except it's very highly fragrant, sticky tree sap. So it has that, it smells like lemons, like a lemon Christmas tree. Anyway, that is what the essential oil also smells like. So the machine that we use to make essential oil is a copper still. So I have to put all of the plants in here so we can force steam through it. The steam will release the essential oil, and then it will come out as hydrosol and oil, and then we have to separate them, and then we'll have our finished product. We start to get mostly hydrosol with a little bit of droplets of oil on top. So most of what you see is not essential oil. Most of what you see is called hydrosol. That's a fragrant water. That's a co-product of the distillation process. And in the end, we're going to have to separate the oil from the hydrosol. We're about an hour and 15 minutes into our distillation, and there is a thin layer of oil sitting on top of the water. I can see it in the camera. I don't know if you can see it, but where the water is hitting and breaking the surface tension, there's water, and then over here you can see the difference between the oil and the water. So most of this is the hydrosol. I'm calling water hydrosol, but essentially I'm using them interchangeably, even though it's not just water, it's hydrosol, but I'm just calling it water, just so you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I guess while I'm here with the camera and talking about it, I just wanted to give a special shout out to Anthony Z from Rainier Distillers. He is a really nice guy, and he is an inventor, alchemist, still maker, awesome person who invented and built this still for us, and we definitely appreciate all of his hard work. All the pieces and parts just fit together perfectly, and he does a really good job, and he specializes in moonshine stills to make your own alcohol at home. So go and check him out if you're interested in having a still for any of those purposes. This was a custom job for this still that I have here. He made this still custom to my specifications, and basically had to put up with us and all of our questions and everything, and he was very thorough and very helpful. So thank you, Anthony Z. Right now we're making oil with it. So we finally finished our distillation. We're going to get ready and separate this off. Unfortunately, I will not be able to film that because I burned myself making juice, so I only have one hand, and I've got some helpers, and I'll let you know how it goes and how much we get. Here you can see the finished oil product sitting on a little bit of hydrosol. I'm going to have to separate this a little bit further, but you can see the layer on the top. That's pure essential oil taken from the plant with absolutely no chemicals, only steam.
Keep the heat in there without losing the BTUs, because you're going to be losing 200 to 300 watts from the stainless steel lamp. If you insulate that, you won't lose anything. So that means that wattage will stay within the unit. And then again, in winter, guys, you may want to insulate the pipe as well, because when the cold air hits this copper will change its temperature and will cause a reflux. That means the outer skin
It will
actually have
condense
water coming
inside,
in.
you mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. So you want to try and keep this whole unit 212 degrees.
Okay.
And that's in winter. I
Do
guarantee
you
in winter.
recommend just the kind of foamy pipe stuff that you put on pipes on that side?